Welcome back. When Russia invaded Ukraine last year, it bombarded transport and energy hubs, but also sites of cultural importance to Ukraine's identity. One was the museum housing the work of folk artist Maria Prymachenko. In her work, the painter and ceramicist celebrated the natural world and the lives of her fellow villagers in her naïve style. More than 20 of her works were lost in the Russian attack before locals managed to rescue the remainder, which had been transported to London and are currently on exhibition at the Saatchi Gallery in London. I went to see. Maria Prymachenko was a Ukrainian artist who produced these vivid, colourful, vibrant images, much beloved by children and adults in her native country. When, at the beginning of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, a building containing her artworks was destroyed, there was absolute outrage. Why? Because, as some people have put it to me, Maria Prymachenko was part of the DNA of Ukraine. Natalia, who was Maria Prymachenko?
This is very complicated, and it was our main task to show her who she was. And this is the exhibition, what it is about. Maria was, first of all, a woman with very difficult life, but she was struggling all her years from the very beginning, because regretfully at the age of 8 she got sick, she had polio, and this made her to be involved in her inner world and to show all her talents to us, and we really admire what she left for people. She was painter, she was embroiderer, she was making ceramics, she was making clothes, she was painting the houses. She was never out of Ukraine. She was not traveling. But if you are looking at her paintings, you could not believe that this is true. So she was staying in a small village in Kiev region, and but she had absolutely fantastic inner world, and now we admire her works.
Let's talk about her imagination. She had an extraordinary imagination. For example, this beast here, with a semi-human face and hands and extraordinary colourings. Tell me about her imagination.
It is extraordinary imagination, but also very deep philosophy inside. Don't forget that Maria was living during Soviet times. You could not express yourself, you were not independent. So it was strict rules. And this was the way Maria was hiding very deep senses after the paintings, because all the beasts, if you will see more of them, each beast has like prototype, the person. Very often it were neighbors, friends, and Maria was showing her attitude by showing the character of the beast. So we have kind beasts, we have jealous beasts, we have angry beasts, and you can see this from the paintings.
Has the invasion of Russia against Ukraine had an impact on Maria Prymachenko's work?
Regretfully, it was a great impact, but this made the world speak about Maria. Mm-hmm. Destruction of museum, it was the second day of occupation, and we strongly believe that it was on purpose. As far as Maria is a representative of Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian nationality, and it was the task to not only to take the territory of Ukraine. You know that during this war, Russia wants to destroy Ukraine as a nation, and of course Maria is very prominent representative of Ukrainians. Her art is a symbol of Ukraine, a symbol of Ukrainian culture, and but hopefully the works were rescued, and her art spread it because of this awful event, spread it all over the world.
How is it that these works have come to England, to London?
It is a great honor for us. But I think Maria deserves this. Being absolutely incredible artist, being the artist which is representing the country. I think in Saatchi, this is only Maria who could be displayed these times as a first artist representing Ukrainian art. Of course, it was very complicated preparation. First of all, for the census, and second, technical preparation, because all the works, you understand that they were traveling from Ukraine. We were preparing the exhibition in the times when it was bombing, there were rockets, there was no electricity at all. Because of the war, the paper to make the nice frames, the frames themselves, they are not delivered to Ukraine. And all these paintings, they were framed with generators, with the people who were working at night in order to make this. And I think this exhibition is really, it is not only about our culture and identity, it is also about Ukrainians, how strong they are. We managed to bring this exhibition. It was not easy, absolutely, but now we are happy that Maria's work are here.
Tell me about your shirt.
You like it?
Very much.
I put it on purpose. If you will see, we have this favorite cat. It is absolutely popular now in Ukraine. Total sold out, because this is a cat from Maria's painting. We have the original of it here. And first, we showed it on the beautiful mural which we made in Central Children Clinic in Kiev. And of course, I put on purpose because I wanted my cat to be in London.
Anastasia, your great-grandmother, Maria Prymachenko, died in 1997. Can you have any memory of her at all?
Yes, it's very strange, but I do have memories. I used to think it was just a dream, but my father told me it was real. When Maria was alive, I was staying in her house. I was a very small girl. We had a small lake there, and next to it I saw a frog. I took it in my hands and my mother started screaming, "Get rid of it, it's dirty." But Maria interrupted and said, "This is a live creature, let her have it." Maria was synchronized with nature, and she considered everything around us to be part of us. We can't exist without these things.
Tell me about this painting.
It's an absolutely unique painting because it's a self-portrait of Maria. Maria herself was a very modest and kind woman, but because of her very difficult life, she had to shield herself from the world. This mane on the creature was like a protection for her from the external world.
So here you have your plans for the new museum. Tell me about those.
Yes, the whole world knows that the first day of occupation was demolished Ivankiv Museum. And only luckily 14 works which were kept by Maria there, they were saved by locals. But of course this made us to feel that there should be a place where there is Maria heart. And this museum should exist for sure, because it will attract, I don't know how many people from all over the world to come, to see, to have a feeling of her own land, her own nature, how she was living. The museum should be here. This is the soul of Maria.